Are we back? We're back. We're back. Lovely. Wonderful.
Oh dear, hello. My name is Ben Allen and I am here with Deb, who is also running for Academic Officer. So firstly, one of the points that you highlighted in your manifesto, one of your sort of key priorities, is academic as our priority.
Yep.
Can you briefly explain what this means to you and why you've chosen to focus on this as your first point?
All right. So basically, the academic as our priority, what the course is right now running for the modules. Along with that, I'm also planning to add on the global learning platforms like Coursera or edX, wherein each and every student from different department will be able to get a free learning course study along with their original course modules. Okay, so wherein they'll be able to get all the certificates from the global universities like Stanford, Harvard. Right now, being a student, if I enroll in any one of the courses online, there is a charge of approximately £99. So if we just tie up with all these online global platforms, like apart from specific learning which you are going with your course modules, you'll be able to go through other universities courses as well, and you'll get certificates from there which will help you to build up your CV. Your resume will be more strong, and this will help you in the internship process.
Interesting. I mean, wider and expanded learning is definitely a great thing for degrees and for general sort of student activity. And you touched on there your plan, which is another sort of key part of your manifesto, to try and create this ability to use things like, did you mention Coursera and Udemy and different online platforms like that? However, obviously, you've mentioned there is a cost typically associated with that. So what is your plan for trying to get these places on board? Because there is obviously, is it almost 20,000 students in York, I think? And obviously that's a lot of money that potentially these places will be losing out on. So have you had any contact with any of these places? What's your plan for being able to actually enable this?
All right. So basically what happens, like these global platforms give opportunities for the university students as well, so that they can directly endorse and go for the certification. So for this, the university has to directly contact with the Coursera or, just an example, edX or Coursera, and then they will tie up with the university and they will provide free certifications, which currently are chargeable, but they won't be charging anything from the university students, just to enhance their learning skills and make it better place, to understand and to get certificates from this university.
So just to be clear, where is that money coming from? Who is funding this? Because you were saying it's normally charged.
Yes.
Where is this money coming from? Is it a charitable donation by any of these platforms? Is it the university paying for it, or is it USU paying for it? Who is funding this?
All right. So basically there is a financial certificate which university needs to provide from the student point of view. So like if we have 20,000 base of students, so there will be tie-ups from the university along with these companies, these organizations. So there is a charity which helps all the students to get these kind of certificates without any cost. So just we need to provide few of the economic background for all the students who are studying here, and then they will provide you the free certification courses.
Okay, interesting. So you're suggesting almost contacting a charity to help fund this. Is there a particular charity in mind, do you say, or is this something you're trying to create?
It's basically like university has to approach these companies, these organizations like edX or Coursera, and they will tie up with the university and they will provide certain amount of courses which will be completely free for all the departments. And thereafter, if a student is still wanting to get more certificates or specialization or degree from this organization, then they need to provide the financial documents, and then they'll get it for free.
Okay, but you're saying there's this free baseline of courses that's available to everyone.
Yes.
So again, is this the university paying for it, or is this the or is this these websites that are sort of backing this? Because obviously these are typically charged courses.
Yes.
I'm still struggling to slightly understand sort of where this initial backing, even just for this base level of courses, is coming from.
Okay, so initial 10 to 20% is what university has to pay.
Right.
And thereafter, the charity which is backing up these organizations will be helping the students who are really willing to, go through these certification courses and enhance their CV. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Do you have any idea what sort of bill that would incur for the university if the university is footing the bill for this initial section?
Yes. So basically, it's like around roughly like 5,000 to 10,000 pounds a year if we have a big base like 20,000 students.
For all the students?
For all the students, yeah, because there's a charity which is also backing up from them, backing
Right.
up from behind. So yeah.
Okay, so this is five to 10,000 not including the charity donation, which will add on top of
Yes,
this.
yes. The donation will be coming from the charity, and if you are paying if just an example, if the cost is £100, after applying your financial circumstances, then it will always be reduced to 10 or 20 pounds, like just 80% will be waived off. And apart from that, if university is paying up, then it will be zero.
Interesting. Okay, so you've mentioned a lump sum there of sort of £5,000 to £10,000 of investment from the university before we get to this charity situation. There are plenty of people who would say that potentially something like societies and student groups are also another very valid way of enriching student life. Why do you think it's a better priority to spend this £5,000 to £10,000 on online courses for all the students as opposed to adding that money, say, to USU's block grant? Because there are plenty of societies to who that money would make the world of difference.
Yeah, I completely agree with your point. The reason being focusing majorly on this online platform is the certifications and the courses which are there in this platform are directly from the world top 10 universities like Stanford, Oxford, and all the Russell Group and the Ivy League universities. So basically getting a certificate or a degree or any kind of a learning from such a huge universities who are ranking top 10 or top 20 will add up your CV, which will help you to get internships very early as compared to other students who are, with you in the league.
That's fair enough. So internships is the main driving factor behind this,
Yep.
and you think the best way to do it is through further academic study.
Yes.
You've also mentioned that a large part of your campaign is based around this disable the label policy. Could you just explain why that means so much to you?
Yes. Basically, the disable the label campaign is all about all our friends who are, physically challenged, and for them, I want to work more. Just to enhance their living quality and also along with the education quality in the university.
Fair enough. Okay, thank you. So you're running against Matt Best, who we've just heard from, and a lot of his campaign is based on his prior experience in the role. So what do you say to that? Do you have any particular attributes that you think would combat or potentially beat Matt's previous experience?
Yes. Currently, I'm also an online instructor on Udemy. Approximately 290,000 plus students across 195 countries are enrolled on my courses. Getting the feedback from them helped me a lot, to apply for this academic officer role. And yes, getting all the feedbacks from them, integrating with all my points which are here, I think, I will be able to, go
Amazing.
for it. Yeah.
Thank you. If you just had to summarise in 3 words, what are you about running for academic officer?
It's quite an interesting question. I'll say purity above power. And for academic officer, I feel like, I can, increase the risk.
I will have to
assessments.
stop you there, I'm afraid. We're running out of time. Thank you very much for
right,
joining
thank you.
me. We switch to Matt Johnston in Studio Red.
And I'm joined by Matt Johnston